All right, well, he's been there before, but he hasn't done that. This lightweight contender worked exceedingly hard to get back to a championship setting, and this may be his last title shot if he doesn't get the win tonight.
Yeah, you can't not get there twice. When you're there, you gotta win one, or you don't get the opportunity again. This guy put his head down and went right back to work from the moment he heard "and still." He said that at some point, we would put the belt around his waist. He would put in the work. He would prepare. He's back here now, John, and he intends to be the champion.
And when you suffer a setback, there are two ways to go. And this man went on the right trajectory. Really good to see him get back here, and now we find out if he's got the goods to be a champion. All right, well, it's been a long time since the lightweight rankings have not had the name Beneil Dariush in them. Here he is maintaining his spot in the top 10 and trying to rip off another big win here tonight. This is a man who won 8 consecutive fights on the strength of his knockout power and his devastating submission game. That was in advance of running into Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan. But most people believe on any given Saturday night, Beneil Dariush can still hang with the best lightweights in the world. Another elite lightweight has shown up in his bracket tonight. All right, both fighters have now touched down on the world-famous octagon, ready to go with more live action from Toyota Center here in Houston, Texas, USA. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars inside the octagon of Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Renato Moicano! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Beneil Dariush.
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, here's the lightweight contender, Beneil Dariush. Good to see him back after a lot of injuries. Took up a significant part of his fighting prime, but this man has really worked on his overall game. You know about the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, as dangerous a submission artist as we have in this division, next to the great Charles Oliveira. But this man can strike. He has power. He has a great jab, invests in the body, kicks to the legs. Outstanding Muay Thai striker, repping King's MMA, and ready to win a big victory here tonight. Oh, nice judo toss for him there. Early connection by Dariush.
Oh, nice jab.
Effective use of the jab there by Dariush.
Oh, nice body shot.
The knee is there for Dariush. Oh, another knee by Dariush. And those knees aren't just for effect. Those are doing real damage. Well, fortunate that one didn't land to the head. The hook shot blocked by Moicano. And he gets it. Oh, good entry there to take the fight to the grappling realm. Now we'll see what he can do from here, champ.
This is exactly where he wants to be. Look for him to try to use ground and pound to open up submission opportunities.
Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistent.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount, a lot of different ways.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish the technique.
Working out an Ezekiel choke, and he somehow gets out.
He just had to stay patient. It's so unfamiliar. If you panic, you're going to get submitted. He didn't panic.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Pretty good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of these ground strikes.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Dariush is right back to the full mount. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Stay relaxed.
That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
All right, take a seat for me, bud. Deep breath. In through that nose, out through that mouth. All right, that was awesome. Don't get lazy on your takedowns. Keep your hands up. Let's punch through that shit.
All right, look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control wrist. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
All right, second round underway.
Oh, nice move, uppercut.
All right, different round, but same approach out of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. I'm not sure if there was an injury, but his ground game is so strong, he hasn't made any effort to take the fight there.
I don't understand when you possess that skill, when you're so good on the ground.
Just a massive leg kick. That's good.
I mean, he is throwing those kicks with evil intent. He is trying to break his leg with every single kick.
Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Throwing that jab, no good. Able to block that one. Oh, and there's the double leg takedown, DC. That is just too good, too easy.
Too good, too easy. The timing was just too good. Before he could even defend, he's already off his feet, going backwards. It's hard to run backwards, and that's what happens when this guy hits the double leg.
Oh, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Dariush. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
Nice transition.
Moicano gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet.
Big shot lands from both guys. Great job moving into his opponent and getting to that single collar.
1.5 minutes now to go in round two. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Look at the clinch there is good by Dariush. Now under. Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes. Right to side control, yep.
Wow, all things considered, pretty good shot from bottom position. Seconds winding down in round two.
Right to the knee on belly.
All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, there's the horn, and what a round, champ. We got to talk about the knockdown. When you knock somebody down like that, it got to be kind of fun to strut your way back to the store.
I mean, you are 10 foot tall. When you can drop another person with a strike, you are 10 foot tall. Now, the issue is he did not find the finish, and he used a lot of energy trying to finish that fight.
All right, so he gets knocked down, but not out. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC. A huge round on the other side.
He had him hurt very bad. He found the shot. He got exactly what he wanted. When he saw the opening, he jumped on it, and he hurt his opponent very bad. If he can get back to that one more time, he may end the night.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Block that strike. Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever. Oh, knee strike right to the back. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. He got hurt again. Nice level change.
Moicano's in half guard. Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off. Take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
3 minutes to go in round 3.
In the half guard.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, Dariush is trying to get a triangle here. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Well, as many expected, his grappling has been very strong thus far. The takedowns, the ground control, he is truly the total package.
It's one thing to take your opponent down. It's one thing to control him, as we have seen him do over the course of this fight. He's got to start throwing now.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone.
Back mount now.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round.
Oh, he got to the spot.
20 seconds to go. All right, half guard for him here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back in position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Stand up under control. Everything you're doing, you're forcing.
All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs, and in survival mode, luckily he made it to the end of that round.
Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. DC, he is hurt.
What a beautiful uppercut. It landed beautifully. Perfect placement on that shot.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Nicely done.
Wow, both of them are landing massive shots.
Big right hand there.
Big punch land. Ooh.
Well, he's landed a few big uppercuts already. I will bet you $1,000 he sets it up again.
You're not taking my money, Jay. And that uppercut is coming. And when it lands, it's going to land and land very damaging. Ooh, big shot lands.
Now he's got the single collar and the clinch. Still plenty of time with which to work here, round 4. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he doesn't know where he is. He's hurt real bad. That punch landed in the perfect spot.
Uppercut attempt does not get to the target. Nice job defensively there by Moicano.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed.
So he's really starting to put together some...
Beautiful jab there by the champ.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Dariush goes in for the takedown now, and he's able to get it. Beautiful entry there, and a wise move, given how things were playing out on the field. Striking pretty well from the bottom here. Working out of the half guard here. Right side control now.
Knee on belly.
.30 seconds to go in the round. Dariush is back inside control here.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. 20 minutes down, 5 to go. All right, there's the end of the round. I'm looking over to my left, UFC President Dana White. I think he's making out the bonus check right now. Incredible back and forth action.
Sign the check, boss. These two young men deserve $50,000. Hell, let's give them each $100,000 for the performance that they just put on in one round. Both were hurt. Both were able to withstand the punishment, and I can't wait until the next round gets started.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight. Beautiful lateral change, make him think he's going low, and he comes right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
Look for him to throw that overhand here again. Pretty good knee there by Moicano. He is able to just toss his opponent to the mat.
The moment they came close.
Dariush's thigh starting to show serious signs of bruising now. Targeting the body with the kick now. That punch no good. 3 minutes now to go in this one. Well, he is clearly losing this fight. It has not been his best performance, but he can change all of that with a late submission.
He's struggled because he hasn't been able to get this fight to the ground. Now he needs to abandon his setup to his takedowns, grab his opponent, and try to take him to the floor so he can chase the submission.
Moicano's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent.
table inches right there. He's going to guillotine.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
Great submission defense on display tonight.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
Dariush is back in full mount. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here.
Nice shot there by the champ.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance.
Oh, and there's the final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. All right, so an epic 25-minute championship fight here tonight, and it seems like the incumbent has done enough to retain his title.
They say every time you're fighting, when you're the champion, you get the biggest, baddest guy in the entire world. So, of course, it's going to be close. But I believe the champ did just enough to retain his title.
Official decision now in. The buff has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest. 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Beneil Dariush.
Well, it is as hard a title to hold down as there is in the UFC, but mission accomplished.